sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll see you again at halftime as we...
Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink field. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer.
185. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We play to win. Let's go.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Carr gives to Richard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league, where with San Francisco as a 49er, he can play left or right tackle.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Pierre Garçon, 43 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Check. 55 to Mike. Watch this.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
Big Dwayne Brown is still one of the top left tackles in the NFL. A four-time Pro Bowler, he's respected around the league because of his big frame, nimble feet, and strong grip. When you rush the passer against Dwayne Brown, you're just hoping to get near the quarterback.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He juked him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Oh, yeah!
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
When you're talking about what you want from a middle linebacker or an inside linebacker, you're talking about Tahir Whitehead. Does a nice job wading through a lot of the traffic and does an excellent job of bringing down ball carriers. One of the top tacklers in the league when he's on top of his game.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Lynch on the draw. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here's Freeman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Richard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Richard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs.
That's right.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. White now to return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. Sheds another, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. A dump down to Turbin. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Kaiser. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Deshaun Kaiser making his way out to the huddle. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could heir and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes. Picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
That's caught at the 25. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of football to get through before we say goodbye to the 2019 preseason. All 32 teams in action tonight. Then everyone will be required to cut down to 53 by 4 Eastern on Saturday. And we get it all started 1 week from tonight. The Packers and Bears from Soldier Field.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Mariota. He is going to find Hill here. 25 yards that time.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
From the red zone now, Mariota. It's caught, block it, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he's got it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mariota flushed out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's caught by Hollister. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. This is Richard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Kaiser, and able to complete it to Moreau. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Foster Moreau, 83 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Well, now they'll try the end around. Gets past one man and shedding the tackle, and now some room. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Let's go, baby.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Freeman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown!
Royce Freeman, 56 yards. And the Seahawks response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Raiders. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Kaiser, and this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Jefferson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Matt Wild now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's White. And running with power here. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catch.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Robert Turbin, 62 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. What we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field. They haven't been able to get these runners down very well. I have a feeling they'll be in pads a lot next week, working on their tackling.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts.
Play to win.
Not in your favor.
Go.
Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Back to it after the pick 6. Kaiser. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Kaiser. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Kaiser. And he'll find Moreau here. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations. They're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Notice.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S, because I don't care if you're
Myers. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Kaiser. He'll find his running back here, Richard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Kaiser now. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Kaiser now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. To throw, Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Kaiser. Catch made, it's Moreau. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Come on. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They go play action. Kaiser, now a desperation throw deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Knocks over another. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Throwing is Mariota. And he's got Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing here, Mariota. This complete to Lockett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.